All right, without further ado, let's get to it, man. Welcome to another episode of Interviews with the Foreign Magazine, man. And today we got a special guest, man. You know, off the rip, you know what I mean? We just gonna go on and just start right here, man. From the Bay
Yes, sir.
to Detroit.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? We got SirV in the building. What's going on,
what's
bro?
poppin', man? SirV Wood is here, man. We in Detroit with it. My first time in Detroit. That's crazy, though, because we've been cousins for over 50 decades, and I ain't never been. I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
No, you here though. So you know what I mean? That's all that matters, man. You here. Just to start off, man, how the vibes been, man? What brought you to the city and what the vibes been like so far?
Man, I'm on a baby tour right now, just independent moving, putting my feet to the concrete, dragging my knuckles. Just left Dallas. Actually, my boy Mo, he from out here, he tapped in with me and was like, come to Detroit, bring your ass, man. You ain't been yet, you need to come. So I'm like, you know what? Me and BFB the Pac-Man just did the Made Me Do a Michigan mix. Let me go ahead and touch down to Detroit too and just put my face out there. They already been playing my music. I need to come show some love, link up with the right people, man, so I can get on here with y'all.
That's hard, man. And even with that record, man, Made Me Do It, man, it's been going crazy. I seen a performance with you performing in the club, man, and the whole club was rocking with it.
Yeah.
Like they really rocking with the record, man. What's been from you just moving around, how has the reception been with that record?
Man, that one right there kind of snuck up on me. I didn't expect for that record to be the one to do all that. I actually made that record in Atlanta when I went to the Rick Ross car show. So I took my lack out there to the car show, and everywhere I go, I set up studio time, something to do with music. I perfect my craft everywhere I go. So I did 3 songs that night. Linked up with my uncle. We went to the studio, one of Jazzy Faye Partner Studios, and my uncle, I did a whole different song called "Come Here" for the females, and my uncle was like, this gonna be the one, but the engineer on the side was like, nah, you need to do Made Me Do It. Shoot that one out here. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna figure out which one I'm gonna do. So while we was at the car show, we just got B-roll everything. So we didn't even decide what song we was gonna shoot yet. And then that Sunday, I'm like, fuck it, let's just shoot Made Me Do It. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go with the engineer. He like, Made Me Do It gonna be the one. So I just shot that one, put it out. I still didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, fuck it, it's just another song I did. Add another one to the catalog. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Man, that motherfucker started going up. Everybody started reposting it. Bebe from Dallas, he FaceTimed me. That been my dog. Shout out to Bebe. We've been locked in for over a year, but he FaceTimed me and was like, hey, it's time.
For sure.
He like, you've been moving, and right now you got something on your hands you need to put out there. So it just been bringing all type of shit. It's like what they say, it will pay off soon.
Yeah.
It's like one of them feeling like, oh, it's finally paying off. Like, I'm finna skip over that song and go to a whole nother record. If you know how I work, I put a song out and keep it lit. Like, fuck it, keep it going just to keep building. But this motherfucker right here, I'm like, this one right here, this what y'all wanted the whole time?
Yeah.
Something like this, like, fuck it, trying to saddle up and ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off.
And you know, usually, man, that's how it work. It don't be the one that, you know, in your mind, when you putting it together, you know, you just thinking of it like, okay, but that's a fun record too.
Yeah.
It don't even seem like it was something that you put a lot of thought into, or just like, it kind of felt like it was a vibe.
It was. We was at the studio just kicking it. I already had the beats lined up I was going to do, already copped those. And I wasn't even thinking about it being that. I just go in the studio and just off the top of the dome, something that had come to me, I just put out there. So we in there just chilling, having fun, and the beat came on. I'm in that motherfucker just vibing out. CNH from the Loonies, he came, his son, they pulled up on me. We in there just talking shit, but when they came in, I'm already vibing out. But it was like just a little bit more good energy coming inside there. It just was like, okay, and I'm in my zone. I'm usually working by myself and alone when I'm in this facility, but they just came in and brought extra energy, and I'm just like, Made Me Do It. And I see them outside the window like, hey, nigga, made me do it, made me do it. I'm like, okay. And it's like I said, I still just did the record. It was just like, it's just another one. But now it's like, boy, this motherfucker doing numbers.
Yeah.
Like, make it as popular as I can. Fuck that. We finna make a Made Me Do It 50 states if I can. Everybody get one. Let's do it.
That's what I was going to ask next, man. How was you able to link up with BFB the Pac-Man to get him on the Michigan mix?
Man, I linked up with BFB the Pac-Man. First of all, we ain't gonna act like we ain't cousins. So I already got somebody that I'm locked in with, my boy Mo from Detroit. We've been rocking for years, doing our thing just over the net, linking up, always giving us each other positive feedback and just motivation. We stay in contact, and he was like, man, get BFB the Pac-Man on it. And that's his boy. He with him all the time. I'm like, man, see what he talking about. And that was just an easy call. Like, put it together. And he sent that bitch back in 2 days.
That's hard.
He sent it back in 2 days. I'm like, man, good shit. Like, then he like, man, let's shoot the video. I'm like, man, say less. We gonna get to it.
That's
I know
hard.
we both busy, but once he get his time open, we gonna make sure it happens.
And then you say too, man, briefly before we started, man, we was talking about the Dallas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the love that you was getting in Dallas from that record. What was Dallas like?
Man, like I said, Bebe introduced Dallas to me, and they was just fucking with it off top. Man, I was just at the Tyson fight, and some little kids recognized me just walking in the arena. I posted it on my page. I'm just walking. They like, you a celebrity, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, they're like, can we get your autograph? And other kid pulling out their phone like, this you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, this shit crazy.
That's
like,
hard.
It's just like I said, it's that feeling of just, it's paying off now. You know what I mean? Like, it's finally happening. So all that times I was like, man, I'm ready to quit this shit and just keep getting money. Fuck it. I've been a raw ass nigga. I ain't got a rap to be raw. I've been raw. But now it's like, oh, nigga, it's happening. There's time. Let's stay on the gas. Let's go link up with our people. And Dallas just, man, good people. Good people. They got a lot of good things going on out there. We went to the Tyson fight. Like I said, Tyson, he kind of like, you should never took the money, Tyson. Should have knocked his ass out. But that's another story. But they good people, man. The South been fucking with it. Atlanta been fucking with it. Now, right now, how I feel, to me, all the hard work I've been doing, the whole world fucking with it. I feel like the whole world fucking with it. Like, my posts and my feed, my timeline, my DMs is fucking crazy. And I know that's just light compared to how it can really get. Right now it's just crazy. Like, I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen this much traction on my page.
That's love.
Ever.
That's
like,
love.
This shit wild.
That's love, man. Well, we're going to take it back home for a minute, man. Let's go to the origin, man. Let's take it back to the Bay, the humble beginnings, man. For you, coming up in the Bay, specifically, if you can, let the people know where you from and talk a little bit about your neighborhood, the vibe, the energy that's permeating throughout your neighborhood and just being raised in that type of environment.
Oh, man, it all started up in Richmond, California for me. We start way back to the rich. I was born in Richmond and raised in Vallejo. Also stayed in Oakland for a part of time. So I had like the best of both worlds. My whole family is all through the Bay, scattered out. But just like, I won't say like any other family, you know, hard times, struggles, went through all that, struggled more than most, you know what I'm saying? But it's always somebody that's struggling worse than you. So I look at my situation like, man, I had it good compared to where I see a lot of people come from. So coming from up under that always humbled me. Always kept me in a mindset of just wanting to have more. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no father figure. I do have my dad, but he was in jail. He was doing 30. My mom was in jail. So my mom and dad was both in situations to where they couldn't be there for me. You know what I'm saying? Granny raised me, typical. You know what I'm saying? Did her best. So I'm a granny's boy, but I was outside. I'm a field nigga.
Yeah.
So I was outside just everywhere, just, you know, getting money, hustling, all the shit that come with being a street nigga. I didn't partaking in, you know what I'm saying? Paid my dues, went to jail, got shot by the police, did all the shit, you know what I'm saying? So to think I'd be sitting right here right now doing this shit, and I say this in most of my interviews, I wouldn't expect it. I thought I was gonna be dead at 18, you know what I'm saying? Or doing life for real.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit I cherish, and I'll be walking with God like, man, he really got his hands on me, because a lot of things I made it out of, a lot of niggas probably wouldn't have made it out of, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That right there, just growing up in the Bay and them environments of this, you know, you talking to your uncles from the pen, from the feds, or you having them conversations, you getting them letters written coming to your house, really going through that, reading the letters, and got to a certain age to where like you ain't even writing back. Cause it's like, you know what I'm saying? Your mind is somewhere else now. You outside in the streets, you got your own problems you're going through. So it's like, I can't even write my dad back or my mom back because I got some shit going on outside in the streets. I ain't trying to hear that.
And that's a unique circumstance within itself. you know, sometimes I guess it's the quote unquote typical thing for, and that's unfortunate amongst black people in America, but it's kind of typical for your father to be
Yeah.
incarcerated. But in your instance, your mom and
Yeah.
your pops,
Both of them.
dad for 30 years.
Yeah.
And how much time did mom do?
Mom did 13 in and out. So she'd go do 6, get out, go do 2, go back home and do 5. So it was like my whole years of growing up as a kid. The first time I seen, and I put this on a song, the first time I see my mama name on the cake, it said, "Welcome home."
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that right there, shit like that, it was like, damn, is this normal? You know what I mean? Like, at a sense, you think it's normal growing up. Like, okay, you know what I mean? And you create these type of thought process of like feeling like this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is the family I'm in. But at the same time, I do got family members who got off dope and became somebody. Got
Yeah.
family members that
You got success
that
stories
got
too.
success stories inside my family to where it's like, and they all gravitated to me. Like I was like one of the family members' favorites everywhere I go. On both sides of my family, it was Puka Puka. That's my nickname. They can Puka spend the night? Can Puka do this? And it was that love that also played a balance in my life to know like it is love out here. It's something different, but I still got to go back home to Grams and the way Granny run her program. She was a gangster. You feel me? She's still here. She a gangster. So it's like we do things differently. I'm hustling. I'm watching the kids. I'm doing this. I'm doing a lot of grown folks activities at a young age and seeing a lot of shit that a lot of people ain't seen. So I think going through all that is what built my character. Cause she used to have them talks with me too when we sit down when I'm running outside getting in trouble. But after I got shot by the police, it kind of more just woke my game up to life, like to the world. Like, damn, like.
Even with that, man, if you can walk us through that situation. Like,
well, Detroit, they tried to take my life.
no, this was in Detroit?
No, I'm just saying.
No, you talking to the audience.
Talking to the audience.
Yeah.
Detroit, they tried to kill me, man. But nah, Vallejo is just, you know, and this is why I'm so sincere about Vallejo. And people might be like, oh, you really from? No, I'm from Vallejo. They put a stamp in my back. I got a bullet on my spine. You know what I'm saying? We not finna act like I didn't go through all that shit out there, like it wasn't part of my history. But I was raised in the south side of Vallejo and just, you know, we all had, I can say this now, my boy home. We all had cases. We've all been being investigated since we was in junior high, bro. No cap, real shit. I done got letters sent to my house for being not credible for certain things. And it had it all in their investigation report saying, they've been this since junior high. They've been doing this since junior high. Like we was out, all the shit we didn't, not exactly what we was doing, but they've been on our line in our case since junior high. So the same police officers that did that to me was the same ones that jacked me for dope and took me down. So it was like, you know.
So you saying even back home, it is a lot of the crookedness going on where they play them type of games.
Hell yeah, and that's what woke my game up to it. Because in my thought process, it was like, my bad, it was like, I thought the police was supposed to protect and serve when, you know, you get into it with a few officers, you know, and the same police officers, when we was going to school in Vallejo, would be the ones that's at our high school. And then when we outside, they the same ones patrolling our neighborhood. So it's like, you know, we didn't pay attention to that shit then because we just in our own world. But when I was look back at it after that shit happened, it was like, these motherfuckers were on us the whole time. And then the confirmation came down later on in the years, like, oh, they was already on us, like, gunning for us, regardless. Whether it was going to take us to jail or it was going to be that. You know what I'm saying? I just survived. But then my brother, Papaya, rest in peace to Papaya, that was my big brother, he actually got killed. You know what I'm saying? After they shot me, they killed him a couple of years later. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so
the
police.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like all that shit happening, and they're like, this ain't no friend I see here. But no, this really like one of the first people I met when I moved to Vallejo. You feel me? In 2000 when I was a kid. Really my boy. You know what I'm saying? Wear each other clothes, shoes. You know what I'm saying? Really my boy. So after I came home, and I was supposed to be paralyzed. So all that shit going on, and then that happening, it was like, what the fuck? Like,
how does that, if I may ask, how does that play out? Like you chilling? They like how did the situation come about?
We're just running from them.
You
know what I'm saying? I was just running from them. You know, partaking in street activities, trying to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? Running from them like I always do, and This time they like, nigga, you ain't getting away. Yeah, this time. I play sports too.
So you was a fast mother.
Man, listen. Hey, and it's funny now, we can laugh about it, I don't be tripping off of this shit,
but it's definitely
real.
Yeah,
It happened to me. So it's like, I be cracking up like, when I tell people like, man, they was like, that black motherfucker is not getting away this time. Nigga, I used to be on go. Like, they slowed me down though in a lot of ways. I just feel like in the disguise, God was just like, slow down.
Yeah.
You out here really just on one right now. And I know how you feel because I was going through hella shit. Like, it was hella shit. Like, it wasn't a depression, but it was to the point where it's like, that type of shit will make you go crazy, the shit I was going through. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like, a lot of people, when they see me, they be surprised, like, man.
You made it.
You made it, boy, regardless if I'm rapping or
whatever,
or blowing up or whatever. They still be like, you look good. You taking care of yourself, boy. You made
waters,
it to some wars. Like, boy, happy, proud to see you. Because it's like, that type of shit that had you really just losing your mind. People don't know what they do, what they doing to others until it's done to them. You feel me? So,
and
broke a nigga through.
In terms of the recovery process.
Oh my God, that was the worst I ever been in life. I think that right there helped me cope with a lot of shit that go on in the world for real. Even if it's something personally happening to me, or I think that helped me channel, like, so for example, if me and my girl not seeing eye to eye, or if my girl go fuck, say, not saying she fucking my partners, but if my bitch go fuck on my partner behind my back, or just doing hella just slutty shit, or just, we got fucked up hoes, or just whatever, it helped me. Or if a nigga do some shit that's hella disloyal, it helped me cope with that. I might be pissed off, I get hella mad. I'm gonna stop fucking with you though.
Yeah.
But it helped me know that, nigga, you ain't been where I've been. I was paralyzed in a wheelchair, going to court, in jail, fighting 15 years. Like, nigga, that's really small. But at the same time, the principle, you got me fucked up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just stop fucking with you to show you that I'm really the chosen one. Get the fuck away from me.
No doubt.
And then, I'm an artist too. So put this shit in my music. Not like just directing it, but just an example of the shit that I'm going through. 100%. I won't just, oh yeah, this bitch did this to me. I just flip it to where it's like, this is the shit you gotta look out for. Mm-hmm. This is the shit that didn't happen to me before. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
100%.
But yeah, nigga, and the wound still open, in jail, can't walk, in a wheelchair. Like, that shit was like...
And that's vulnerable too, being in that type of situation.
Never seen a man cry until then. Thought I was the toughest. That shit had me boo-hooing, for real. Like, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing for myself. I got shit going on. I'm in the streets. So... if I ever do get out this motherfucker, or if I do gotta go do 15, I'm finna be in this wheelchair. I can't defend myself. And I ain't no type of nigga you could just push over. You feel me? So it's like, if a nigga challenged me and I won that, I gotta think about this nigga trying to get me back.
What I'm about to do.
What I'm about to do
really
now. This nigga, I didn't win them when them niggas finna get me back. Yeah. I'm in this wheelchair, my wounds open. I got a bullet on my spine. Oh, the cops, nigga, I had 2 mattresses. They taking my mattresses from me. Like, they was like, it was not an easy ride. They was like, man, fuck you. You shooting at the police, they take your mattress from you. Like, and shit like that.
I hear a lot about, like, California prison system. And I don't know if it works like the same universally, whether in LA, Vallejo, Sacramento. I assume that, just like MDOC, Michigan Department of Corrections, you got people from different cities that all essentially end up gelling together. The politics is like, how serious is the politics? I'm gonna just say in Vallejo.
Man, them motherfuckers that went from right now Vallejo going through something. It was back then, the politics wasn't. It was up. It was going on, but it was more of like a man-to-man thing. You got a problem with that man, y'all got to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? You had your certain crews who would try to be with the group up, clicked up shit, but right now, Vallejo got a lot going on right now, and a lot of people is, it's a lot of following going on right now. Everybody want to be tough. Everybody want to drop their nuts, but it's like, what else did they have to look up to?
Yeah.
When you got, and I'm going to say this, when you got the type of people that you looking up to, never been the niggas that was getting money, You get what I'm saying though? I'm gonna keep it 1,000. When you looking up to niggas who never really was getting no paper, you gonna turn into that type of nigga. That's what you following. See, back then when we was growing up, our OGs and niggas that we seen around, our loved ones that was even in my family, they was getting money. They was gangsters too, but they was known for having some paper though.
Yeah.
They wasn't just, we finna just do this. Them niggas was protecting this for that. You feel me? So it was like protection from niggas having money, and then when it's up, even when it was going on, they still just was, these niggas got money. So it was like right now it's like a whole lot of, I want to act like I got money, but nigga, the lawyers cost 20 or better.
Yeah.
Bill. You know what I'm saying? I just beat a gun case. They was trying to give me 2 years for. You feel me? Recently, like that shit ain't no for play.
Yeah.
Like that shit is a real thing, but we acting like we got it and really don't. Your mom can pass, nigga, any given day. Knock on wood. Mine's don't. Do you got funeral money?
Yeah.
What is you doing?
Yeah.
You feel me? You around this motherfucker
priorities
putting on you put on an image though, but anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't really got it to fund that, but you around this motherfucker perpetrating. I think that's disgusting. I don't think that's a good look for none of us.
And even that though, like, do you like? I assume that's not even the original. You actually just explained it. That's not even the original identity of Vallejo.
No.
Like even Detroit. Like now we entering into a phase where it is a lot of even though gangs been around in the city for quite some time, but the propaganda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You starting to see more
gangs than more ballers.
You feel me? When we're known for hustling. Like Detroit is a hustling city. And I assume just in knowing the history, that Vallejo is also a hustling city.
It's a powerhouse. CC. You know what I mean? CJ. You 40 in a clique. Sick with it. This. It explains itself. Niggas come up out of there getting money. And these are the people I'm seeing growing up around that motherfucker. And local ballers that was around there getting a issue. That's somebody still to this day. I don't know where the gap came in between that of pride and motherfuckers acting like, oh, this hood always been like this, or this hood always been like this, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, if we always was getting money, that's what we finna keep doing.
Yeah.
Okay, the phone gonna come, whatever, we gonna handle that, but we don't never stop this pay. You know what I'm saying? But it's like right now it's a whole lot of internet sensation, a whole lot of, we gotta jump on the internet and show everything. That's the police. And from a nigga like me, I don't want nothing to do, zero zip. I don't even want no problems with you when you doing that. You the police, nigga.
Even when you see like, you know, in all respect, but just speaking in context of what we talking about, when you see the no jumpers, right? And you see the amount of people that's supposed to be certified that's going on the platforms and airing out Cali politics and you know, just all of that.
What though? It's like, that's what make it bad. That's just like, it's like having a good bitch that do everything for you, not the basics, but just nigga put you in Benz's houses and you fuck that off because you want to go fuck with a buckethead. You fucking it up you fucking it up. You feel me? Like you fucking the game up. Like the game is supposed to be sold, not told. If they really want to know what California about or any city or state about, go to that motherfucker, link up with the right person, nigga, and just be around. Don't ask no questions. You could just sit around and hang out and be with the right people, and you could peep what's going on. You asking too many questions and doing all that shit for me, I'm thank you to police. You trying to, what we on? You know what I'm saying? Like what we got going on. When you jumping on the internet showing that you somewhere you ain't supposed to be, knowing that it's up like that, you the police. But you got people who support that. Oh, he's the toughest. No, he's the cops, nigga. 5 years from now, he's finna have everybody going to jail. He's Rico. He's Alpo. You act like we ain't never seen Paid in Full.
Yeah,
that's a true story.
And that's the thing about it too, man. You would be surprised, but if you actually been around and you know been maneuvering through the streets, you know, it's the toughest. That
man,
be
the loudest.
Them be the ones. You know what I mean?
What?
And like I always tell people too, man, you gotta move careful, man, and you gotta be very vigilant, man, because people from the mafia done rolled over, man.
Bro.
People from the cartel.
They done rolled over just having that ambition about being somebody they not. You're not the number one. If you was the number one, you would have that spot. You number 3 because you play that role very well.
Yeah.
But you want to be number 1. That's like a center wanting to be a quarterback. What the fuck are you doing?
And you ready to manipulate, connive,
you ready to do everything just to throw the ball, and you can't even throw it.
Only to get the ball and can't throw
you
it.
can't get the ball and you can't throw it.
That's wild.
So it's like a lot of people don't know how to play their position. I know what I'm good at. I can't make a beat. I tried to make a beat one time, not for me. I can't make the beat. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to do none of that shit. I can mix a little bit, but I don't know how to do it. It's not my place. I know what I'm good at. I'm not gonna do something else I'm not good at because it's not for me. My thing is to go through the shit I'm going through and talk about it.
For sure.
And preach to my people. That's it. I don't know how to do everything else. And people will be thinking that because of this, or as far as the mafia, like you said, because he's the one that's calling all the shots and making shit, but you ain't thinking about what he's going through. He the brain. He have more headaches than all y'all.
For sure.
Because he responsible for every last one of y'all. So he taking hits because you ain't doing the shit you supposed to be doing the right way because you want to be in his seat. But you can't take the same migraines he taking. You let you take over, everything falling. He doing this to hold everything together. They legs, everything. But bringing it back together, he get a break one time, but then he back like this again. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't built to take that pain. You ain't built to hold it down like that. So why don't you understand that? But it's like, some people don't get it until they run into a brick wall, or even worse, until they 6 feet.
That's a hell of an analogy. Now, real quick, man, I want to get into some lingo, man. I gotta get into the lingo, man.
What up, dog?
We can't let you know. We ain't gonna bring it here. We gonna take it there.
Oh,
and I'm gonna say it like that. There.
There. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your lingo, man. What's some of the words, man?
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening? It can mean a couple things with what's happening. What we on? What's on the flow? You know what I'm saying? What we doing tonight? Or nigga, what's happening? What you talking about? What you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? It's just the attitude with it. What, we got a problem? What's happening? All right, stop talking then.
Right.
After that, what's happening? You still talking, you ain't trying to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just still running your mouth. Slap, I know 40 and
Slap.
Be Legit and D-Shot and them already brought Slap out here. We still moving around with the Slap. Boosie, I know y'all heard Boosie before.
Still, if you can elaborate.
Boosie is just somebody, it can be in terms of some funny shit with you and your partner. So if you with your partner and he do some shit that's just like a little off, some J-Cash shit, wow, nigga, you Boosie. You're like, why you just do some shit like that? That was some Boosie ass shit, bruh. Or if a nigga do some weak ass shit like that, nigga, you a Boosie ass nigga. Or if a bitch do some bullshit, bitch, you Boosie. You thought that was gonna be something tight to do? Bitch, you okay, you instead of healing, you went hoeing. Bitch, you Boosie. You feel me? You was supposed to go heal, bitch. I thought you was classier than that. Bitch, you bunk. You Boosie, bitch.
Straight up.
Instead of healing, you went hoeing, bitch. I knew it though. I just had faith that you wouldn't, but you did it, you Boosie.
Yeah.
What else were we talking about out there? Yeah, we use blood and cousin same sentence. They know that though. We already done talked about that a million times.
I don't know, but this is a new audience, man. So maybe
blood and cousin be in the same sentence in the bay. So I can be like, cuz I'll be over there in a minute. I'm gonna be fucking with you, blood. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I'm getting off the plane at such and such time, cuz, but when I get down there, make sure you got some drink for us, blood.
Yeah.
It's like
it's that perfect blend, man. It's all love, yeah.
It's love though, you know what I'm saying? Say that shit in LA, the nigga gonna be like,
yeah, what you want?
But or a nigga know he's so hip, he might be like, you from the Bay, huh?
Yeah,
gotta be.
Just two more, if you could think of something.
Two more, that yaper. You know that photo, you already put that to the table.
Yaper.
You know what I mean? That yaper, you know what I'm saying? That cheddar, that cheese, that check, that pape, that manion. Player haters, we don't use player. We need to bring back player haters because we didn't lost touch with.
That definitely need to be.
We didn't lost touch with the player
universally,
haters.
man, we done lost touch of that because there's a lot of player hate going on.
Man, we need to bring that on back to the table, boy, because it'd be a lot of shit. And that's what I'm saying. See, we done lost touch with the right shit, the right definition of things. Niggas done played at the game so much they don't use player haters no more. It's like it's okay to do sucker shit now. Like,
And even if I may interject, you know what I mean? Even with, since we own it, man, a lot of the things that you just said was pioneered by E40, you know.
40,
Much respect, much respect to, to the OG.
definitely.
He do a lot of connecting with artists, you know what I mean, in the city. He was just on Payroll latest project or whatever. They got a hard record together.
Man, 40, like I said, that shit go way back with Be Legit. The whole Sick With It crew just rocking with the Cheddar Boys and building that line and building that bridge with Detroit to make it to where it's at now. And it's important that all of us understand that because it's a good road. You know what I'm saying? He put his name on the line for all of us out there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like being able to walk through here and having some love and having some respect on accounts of him and his team coming out here, Bila, D-Shot, Muggsy, 40, and building that bridge right there, that's big. And it's just following the footsteps that they followed. They already made the road. I mean,
No doubt.
what more do I got to do or any other artist from the Bay have to do but walk down the road
That's
and
it.
shake hands with everybody they was dealing with, little cousins, brothers, whoever it might be,
No doubt.
friends, a friend, like, you know what I'm saying, and just keeping it going in good shape because we all here to do the same thing, man, make history, man. So it's like, why would you let it go to waste if you got the talent to do it? You know what I'm saying? So
100%, 100%. Well, closing out this year, you know what I mean? You got the record going crazy. But upcoming, what's some of your, upcoming immediate plans and what's the mindset going into the new year?
man, first I'm finna end this year off with the all black tie event out there in Atlanta. Rick Ross hosting with Atlanta orchestra out there. So I already got my ticket booked for that. I'm just still staying in the places I think I should be to try to get what I want in the profession I'm doing. I just got booked for a New Year's Eve party, 2 of them. So I got to make that work. Like I said, usually I've been off to the next record and keeping it going, but right now
you
it's like
locked in with this
I
one.
need to stay locked in with this one. We finna have the videos getting put together for everybody that got on there, man. Shout out to RBO Posse, Black C, a legend out of the Bay. Don't give me no Bammer weed. It's a bluebird on my shoulder. Man, I would never thought I'd have a record with him. He jumped on it for the city, him and 40 Keys. Shout out to them. We got the Oakland mix. Shout out to Uncle Hunk, Uncle Hunk and Lil Blood. The Richmond mix is getting put together, so I'm putting all these mixes together. We already got BFB the Pac-Man. My boy Goody G in Louisiana got the mix. So it's like I'm kind of putting everything together and just doing something that I don't think ever been done right now with this record. Because a lot of people was like, you got these mixes, but I'm like, I'm just showing love to everybody who actually was with me, a part of my journey and supporting me, like that also do this shit that I feel like is good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so working on that and doing the videos for that, I think that's going to be the biggest thing that's going to jump off next year. Once I get done, it's going to be a shock and everybody going to see what I do and how creative I get with it.
No doubt, man. Well, we definitely looking forward to it, man. Definitely got our full support.
Appreciate
100%, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, no doubt. If you was to give one last message to the fans, supporters, all of the loved ones, everybody that's staying down, everybody that's locked in, and upcoming supporters that's looking at this and, want to become a fan, what would you tell them?
I tell them, come in and when you walk into my world, don't be so judgmental. Walk on my world with an open mind. Think outside the box. And understand that I am human too. Because I don't know where this journey and this road going to take me. I'm still getting used to this whole being everybody say I'm famous. I don't think I'm famous. I was just with my cousin the other night. I left from performing. And they was talking about going to after hour, and he's like, nah, nigga, we taking your ass home. I'm like, what? He's like, nah, nigga, you can't go out. Like, oh, damn, like, I got to get used to all this. So I'm still adjusting and coming over that hump into knowing that certain things I still got to face every day that I'm going to have to deal with in the near future that's, walk with me. Don't walk against me. You know what I'm saying? And love yourself. Take care of your business. Be responsible. Follow your first mind. Keep your business to yourself. Your co-defendant can be your best friend. Man, stay solid. Be righteous. Don't be a crappy criminal. You know what I mean? Stay on top of your game and being genuine as you can be. You know what I'm saying? And that's for me, SirV Wood, man. That's what I got for you.
Man, don't be a crappy criminal. I like that one, man. Until next time, brother, man. The Foreign Magazine.
Yeah.
Pulse of the culture.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.